I am Saddam Hussein, the former president of Iraq. Allow me to share my perspective and thoughts on my life and reign. I was born on April 28, 1937, in the village of Al-Ajah, near Tikrit, in Iraq. From a young age, I displayed leadership qualities and a determination to shape the future of my nation. I pursued my education, earning a degree in law from the University of Baghdad in 1959. Little did I know that my journey was just beginning. In 1963, the Ba'ath Party, to which I belonged, rose to power for the first time in Iraq. However, our time in authority was short-lived, and I was imprisoned for my political activities. Nevertheless, setbacks did not dampen my spirits or my ambition. I understood that the path to power would be challenging but necessary to fulfill my vision for Iraq. Years later, in 1979, I became the President of Iraq, a position that would define my legacy. My reign was marked by both progress and controversy. I sought to modernize Iraq's infrastructure and improve its economy, aiming for the country to become a regional power. I initiated numerous projects, including the construction of highways, schools, hospitals, and irrigation systems. I wanted to elevate the living standards of the Iraqi people and build a proud nation. But it was my pursuit of power and the consolidation of authority that led to international criticism. My methods of governance were often labeled as oppressive, and I faced accusations of human rights abuses. My regime's involvement in the Iran-Iraq War from 1980 to 1988 and the invasion of Kuwait in 1990 further exacerbated tensions with the international community. During my rule, I also faced internal challenges. There were various uprisings and rebellions, particularly from the Kurdish and Shiite populations. I took harsh measures to suppress opposition, which further fueled the criticism against me. The notorious Anfal campaign against the Kurds and the brutal crushing of the Shia uprising in 1991 stained my reputation. However, I firmly believed that these measures were necessary to maintain stability and prevent the disintegration of Iraq. I saw myself as a leader tasked with maintaining unity and protecting the country's sovereignty. In 2003, the United States-led coalition invaded Iraq, claiming that I possessed weapons of mass destruction. Despite their allegations, no such weapons were ever found. The invasion toppled my regime, and I was eventually captured by coalition forces. I was put on trial for crimes against humanity and was executed on December 30, 2006. Looking back, I recognize that my leadership was a complex and often polarizing chapter in Iraq's history. Ultimately, I believe that my intentions were to create a strong, independent Iraq and secure a prosperous future for my people, even if my methods were heavily criticized. Today, my legacy continues to be debated, and Iraq is still rebuilding and recovering from the aftermath of my reign. I hope that history will judge me fairly, taking into account the context and challenges I faced. As Saddam Hussein, I remain a controversial figure, forever etched in the annals of Iraqi history.